Fiat's new 500s burst onto the automotive scene in 2011 as a 2012 model, and it didn't take long for the public to fall in love with these pint-sized hatchbacks. Though these creatures have been around since 1957, the new and improved versions continue to have that legendary small road presence, yet are big on fun. The 500s have been updated since the 50s, and for the 2015 model year, there are some modifications too. There's a 7-inch digital display for the driver that shows data like speed, fuel levels, trip info, and more. There's also a revamped console that includes a new cup holder design and an additional USB port. Bluetooth streaming audio now comes with the Blue & Me hands-free communication system. Size matters, and when you're this small, every millimeter counts. I wouldn't call the 500s large by any stretch, but you can still fit 4 people inside and up to 269 liters of stuff in the trunk. Speaking of which, I folded the rear seats down, pushed the passenger side seat forward, and was able to fit my road bike inside with no problem. I did take the front wheel off, but since the trunk opening is relatively wide and there's a lot of headroom, it's very easy to work with getting things into this car. As much as I love the Fiat 500 Turbo, there are a few things about it that drive me crazy. The first thing is the instrument panel, namely the volume buttons. They're buttons, not knobs, and it seems a little bit outdated for such a modern car. Furthermore, the plastics used inside aren't the most upscale, but to most people, it won't even matter. If you get the optional navigation, it takes up precious real estate on the dash, and you don't have a lot to begin with. If you're looking for a central locking button, you won't find one. Instead, you have to push the door handles. Even with these irritating quirks, I still really like it. I think I love driving the Fiat so much because it has so much personality. And this one, the Turbo, is my favorite of the bunch. Even though the Abarth has more power, this one I find has the most character. This 2015 model is the 500 Turbo. That means we have 135 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque. That's being produced from its 1.4-liter multi-air turbocharged engine. You have the option between a 5-speed manual or the transmission equipped in this Italian stallion, the all-new 6-speed automatic, which is really good. The Fiat 500 Turbo hatchback has a starting MSRP of $21,395. But with all the options, including the fancy leather seats, sunroof, Beats stereo system, and more, the price as tested comes out to just over $30,000. It seems like a lot for so little, but the fun I have in this car is priceless. Handling in the 500 is also something very noteworthy. It's not a car that I could say I get very bored in easily. And then there's the exhaust note, which has a nice gurgle to it, a nice grunt. It's loud enough that you can feel its presence or hear its presence, but it won't wake up the neighbors. Quirks and all, there's no denying that this little Italian treasure is a treat to drive. With room for 4, loads of personality, and so many ways to personalize it, the 2015 Fiat 500 Turbo has a lot going for it. And gosh, it's so cute!
Looking for a small car? All the reviews are available on our website at drivingtelevision.com.